Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. Today it's another luxury watch unboxing, and it's a good one. It is the 2018 limited edition Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch Speedy Tuesday II, also known as the Ultraman. This watch was available briefly directly from Omega. You're looking at the outer box, and there are some clues as to what lies within. You've got the reference, which some Omega diehards might have committed to memory. You've got the date of shipping, 2018, that's the model year, and of course black, silver, and orange, suggesting what sits within this container. First, size, and we'll do our best to show the proportions. Physically massive and imposing. It's a steamer trunk of a boxed set. Here's my hand for scale. We'll move out a little bit. I am ordering a new light box, by the way, and new equipment so I can conduct these unboxings in a more wieldy fashion, but it is a truly large and impressive package, and you can see that against the scale of my hand. Now we'll open it up, and as you open it up, you can see that we have a little packaging cushion to protect the inner box. There's the inner box, Omega branded, and you'll note the inner box makes the most of the volume of the outer box. It really is quite impressive. This isn't wasted volume. We'll get a little bit closer, remove the outer box. Don't worry, if you buy the watch, you'll get both. Simultaneously decluttering. By the way, you also get conventional packaging for the watch, so I want to emphasize that there is sort of an extended accessory kit here. All right, the inner box. This is where the business end begins to express itself. As you can see, we are looking at branded merchandise. A.G. Tsuburaya created the Ultraman franchise, and that hologram with the name of his production company indicates that this is officially licensed merchandise. Impressively, the Ultraman series, despite the nonsensical subject matter, has racked up tens of billions of dollars in sales of licensed merchandise, syndication, and movies. So this is a fairly big cultural imprint, even though the show itself is decidedly silly. Taking a quick look at the inside, if you're familiar with the show Return of Ultraman, then you'll recognize this box. Hexagonal and silver. It looks like the table from the 1971 to 1972 Return of Ultraman series. This is the round table for the Monster Attack Team. So think the Knights of the Round Table a la King Arthur, but for hyperactive kids, and you get the general idea. Before we unpack that, and that really is the most entertaining part of the set, let's take a look at what else you get. First, there is a large and otherwise nondescript page that shows you the edition number of your watch. 2012 were made, and that is a tribute to the Fratello Watches website Speedy Tuesday series, a celebration of the Speedmaster every Tuesday that started back in 2012. This watch is a collaboration with them, and it was the second consecutive Speedy Tuesday limited edition after 2017's Project Alaska 3. All right, what else is going on? We've got a little wallet, and inside we have the pictograms card. You'll find this on many Omega products. As you can see, we have the reference, the watch number, the caliber, the edition number, this lovely little hologram, and then on the reverse side you can see the pictograms letting you know that this is a limited edition, that it's 50 meters water resistant, that it has a 2-year warranty, that it's manual wind, and that it has a tachymeter. Also gives you the number of the operating instructions, and otherwise it's not something you might ever need. The warranty card, however, is something you will like to keep, as this is the essential piece of paperwork with any boxed set. You can see it came from Omega Boutiques USA. We've got the hologram and the logo again. The only other information here is what appears to be a country code. Turn it all over, terms and conditions in several languages. We also have a large and fairly generic user's manual. This is not specific to the Ultraman. In fact, it's not even specific to the Speedmaster Moonwatch, as there are many different languages and many different models in here, but it will get you up and running if you have any specific questions about the watch, servicing, limitations, handling. All of that is in here. Okay, reaching deeper, we start to find the truly interesting stuff, but first, one more generic piece. Taking a look, there is a little customer service guide, which lets you know various things about the Omega service terms and how to care for your watch and how to find more information. So not a whole lot here, but it is part of the set. You can see there's a 9300 automatic chronograph on the back, so you know that's not specific to the model. We've also got a little set of stickers with serial number, pricing, barcodes. So again, this is the full boxed set. I'm cluing you in on everything you can expect to get, even if it's not necessarily exciting. Okay, this is a pictogram showing how to swap between the two straps of the watch, and unlike a lot of the other paperwork, this actually is specific to the Ultraman. So taking a quick look, you can see it starts with a first step. You open up the box, you've got two straps. You've got a strap tool, you get the watch, you grab the calfskin strap, you take off the NATO style strap. Once it's bare, you use the strap tool to remount or dismount the spring bars, depending on where you are in the process. And then you've made the swap. But wait, there's more. By the way, that is a realistic depiction of the watch, both on its NATO and on its calfskin strap. If you look really close, the dial of the watch shown has all the features of the Ultraman. So this is very, very particular. You can also see that if we want to finish the process of attaching our strap, we use that tool which is included, and this simply reverses the process. Now it's on the NATO. And you can see both versions with the distinctive seconds hand as well as the sub-register at 9 o'clock, marking this as the Ultraman. This is fascinating, and we're going to come back to it. First, let's take a quick look at the box within the box. It's a box in a box in a box. Okay, so here is the Monster Attack Squad. Taking a quick look, you'll appreciate that inside, oops, slipped a little bit, items may have shifted during flight, but we have the Ultraman Special Edition. Now, this is a fascinating watch because it's not a line-for-line, detail-for-detail re-edition of the 1967 14512 that featured in the original Ultraman Return series, and this is not a retro re-edition. It has some elements of the 1967 watch, but it also has new elements that make it distinctive, and it sort of has a soul and a presence and an identity in its own right. I don't love retro re-editions, so I actually love this approach right here. Now, of course, that 1967 watch featured on screen in the Return of Ultraman series, and by the way, Prestige TV, that was not. In 1 year of running, they made 51 episodes. And you would have seen on the star's wrist this watch or something like it, as at the time, there was a version of the Speedy Pro with a stepped dial and a unusually shaped and colored orange chronograph seconds hand. So that is reprised here, but what we also have are a lot of orange accents. We have the indices, we have the Speedmaster script, we have the tachymeter text, and that is all unique to the watch. You can also see that the first 3 minutes on the chronograph minutes register are in orange, representing the 3 minutes during which Ultraman could sustain his giant form. If you've ever seen a Godzilla movie, Power Rangers, VR Troopers, all of that has been around for a long time. It's called tokusatsu. Basically, imagine if Pacific Rim were actually a movie about guys in suits playing Jaegers, fighting guys in suits playing kaiju, and you know exactly what tokusatsu is about and what it looks like. So for 3 minutes, the guy could turn into a giant and fight monsters. Fun enough if you're a kid. By the way, how do you like that semi-instantaneous jumping minutes hand? On the opposite side, the constant seconds hand looks like the Ultraman beta capsule. You'll see it again. And then below that, you can see the shape of his cowl or his helmet. That'll also come back, and it interacts with a UV tool that's contained within. I'll demonstrate that in a moment. This is a Hesalite crystal Speedy Pro, so it has the original Moonwatch thermoplastic. And of course, we have the vintage logo on the dial that would have been correct to 1967. They would have featured that on all 57 to early 1968 Speedmasters. We also have the vintage logo on the crown. Otherwise, it's a 42mm stainless steel Moonwatch. Now, taking a quick look at the strap itself, it is one of two straps included. This one's the NATO style. The strap minders are very nice. It's black and orange, just like the attire of the Monster Attack team. And then once again, we have that vintage Omega logo. It appears several times on this edition. You can also see that some of the strap minders are particularly fun, and there's a nod to Speedy Tuesday, hashtag Speedy Tuesday, that is engraved into one of the strap minders. Although you can't see it on the reverse side, there's a limited edition number, and then it actually, you can just barely see, it actually references Speedy Tuesday on the bottom, but the reverse is just like any other Moonwatch, which means this is dimensionally and functionally identical to the watch that has flown into space for decades with NASA. So this is the real thing, in addition to being a colorful and whimsical special edition. Inside, we have caliber 1861, which is a 48-hour manual wind LaMagna-based cam lateral clutch chronograph. And I'm going to throw that on my wrist so you can get a quick look at it. It wears bulkier on the NATO strap, less so on the calfskin strap, so you can make the choice. You can go tactical, or you can dress it up a little bit with the slimmer strap and a more upscale look in leather. That said, let's dig deeper into the box. Lots going on here. You can see that there's a little cushion for the watch, but then there is a pullout. And underneath that first pullout, we have two things. First, I promised you an accessory strap. Here it is. Once again, vintage logo on a second steel pin buckle. This is a orange contrasting stitch black calfskin strap. Accessory strap included with the watch. There is a hang tag that includes information such as the reference, the serial number, and the pictograms with the caliber number right there. And then here we have that element I told you about earlier. Remember that little insert? Well, this is what it is. It is a strap changing tool, and it is a UV light, and it is all in the shape of the Ultraman beta capsule. Again, I told you when we looked at the small seconds hand, that looks like the beta capsule. Well, here's the beta capsule again. Now, it is a pretty cool twist out strap tool that you'll have a lot of fun using. And then it's also got the UV activator, and they warn you in this helpful little booklet not to look directly at it. Caution, emits ultraviolet radiation. If you ever need to use it, swap batteries, put it to the test, this is everything you need to know. Although the show itself was for children, this is not a toy. Keep away from kids. Let's do a quick rundown of how this works. So you can see the watch. Here's how it looks when it's lumed. Fairly standard, but then if you use the UV, you activate that little cowl at 3 o'clock, the Ultraman helmet, and you can only see it when the UV is being directly applied, so it disappears and it doesn't charge up and glow. It's a fun little trick that makes this watch a bit more whimsical and, in my opinion, a little bit more entertaining than the 2017 Speedy Tuesday. All right, so that's how that works. Let's see what else you get in this box. There's another removable section in the bottom. And now we have this wacky hexagonal Ultraman themed fold out. There's a lot going on this table, guys. If you've wondered why I need a bigger box for unboxings, my light box is barely equal to this task. So on the reverse, you can see that it includes individual edition numbering. This is 789 out of 2012. So even these little printouts are not generic. Each one is individually numbered. So it is specific to the set, and it should stay with the set long term. Now, opening this up, you could see that it includes some stills from the original show. You can see there's the cast and the crew. They're dressed in orange and black, which explains a lot of the color scheme of the set. There is the table that explains the shape and texturing and coloring of the box. And there is Ultraman in his giant form. Again, this is suitimation at its finest. If you've ever seen a guy in a suit fight another guy in a suit, one's dressed as a robot, one's dressed as a monster, that's exactly what this was. There were several Ultraman series, and they remained culturally relevant, at least in Japan, into the 1980s, though they were syndicated internationally. Here is a picture of the original watch, and you can see it doesn't have the stripe down the center that this second hand does. It also doesn't have a lot of the other elements like photina and orange indices that you find on the re-edition. Take a quick look. You're congratulated for buying this watch. There's a little bit of background on who Ultraman is and why the watch is relevant to the Ultraman series. Now we're going to continue our navigation of this rather unwieldy fold-out. You can see the signature of Reynald Ashleman, President and CEO of Omega, and he says right here, we know you're going to love wearing it, not just for 3 minutes at a time. Again, because Ultraman could only be Ultra for 3 minutes, and it explains that. You can see that there's also a tribute to the Speedy Tuesday series and the fact that this is very much a science-driven watch, not just a science fiction-driven watch, as it has been flown for freaking ever. Opening up the remainder, you can see that there are tech specs for the watch. This is actually more interesting to me than the owner's manual because unlike the generic owner's manual, all of this is very specific to the model and the edition. On the reverse side, you can see we have a picture of the watch in all of its glory. So this is the Speedy Tuesday II Ultraman. Reach out to me, Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com with your questions about this or any Watchbox watch.